don't know the power of sci-fi radio.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
We would be honored if you would join us.
All right, it is another Thursday night, which means Docking Bay 94. You're listening to us on sci-fi.radio, sci-fi for your Wi-Fi. That's a URL. You can go check it out. All sorts of news and interesting stuff up there. You could also be watching us on Facebook or YouTube or Twitch. All of those things are pretty great. I am Sean Obi-Shawn Crosby.
This is Jeff Solo Donoho.
Colleen Kaylee Crosby sliding in at the last minute.
Put her headphones on and was expecting to be able to hear anything.
Yeah, well, that happens. No worries. It's hot here, guys. It's really hot. We've had heat warnings in Los Angeles for the past few days. They're supposed to be over tonight, but that remains to be seen. And so, like, all our windows are open, all the fans are open. We don't have AC here. It got to 95 yesterday here, which was nuts. Man. So we are, yeah, we're kind of scattered tonight.
Yeah.
So if you're in Southern California, I hope you guys are staying cool, because my gosh, it's nuts.
Very, very warm.
Right?
Yeah.
Alrighty, I think we're all good. We're streaming video. I can hear things.
Yep.
The radio's going. You know, it's the small things.
Yeah, should be good
in life. But right on. And Boba-Kit's here. Hey, Boba-Kit. And Alan Kalachi's popped in on Facebook. That's good. How's everybody been?
Hot.
It's been something, man.
I got hot.
After 2 blocks.
I mean, working. Yeah, it's been toasty at working at the park. The park
I
has
bet.
been very hot. Yeah.
Yeah, I convinced Sean not to go on Wednesday because it was so hot.
Yeah,
good idea.
my Disney day is tomorrow for the week. And the problem
cools down.
About Disneyland is that once you get on property, either in the parking lot, in the Esplanade, in either of the parks, they are giant concrete heat reflectors. Mm-hmm. It's just absolute.
I bet Jeff knows that.
There's a lot of greenery and stuff. Yeah. Oh, I know Jeff knows that. But although you may have an additional problem doing the Nemo submarine ride, which is humidity.
Well, not really. To be honest, the humidity isn't really that different at Nemo as it is like at Autopia, because they're right next to each other. But general humidity of Orange County, yeah.
Right, but there's also water right there, so.
Nemo is Nemo tends to be, I think, a little cooler because of the water, because the water tends to take a little bit of the heat off of the air, the breeze that's coming at us. And it's a large expanse area, so it gives you a good, it tends to cool down before it gets to us a little bit, just a smidge. And we also have umbrellas here and there, finally, so it's making it somewhat bearable. It's terrible. It's still hot.
That's funny. Yeah, Colleen was like,
Autopia's worse.
You sure you want to go on Tuesday? And I'm like, and then she's like, we'll make it for Wednesday. And she's like, are you sure you want to go on Wednesday? Like, And so now I'm going tomorrow, and we'll see. Although Don, who's usually hanging out with us, was there today. He says it wasn't terrible, and the lines weren't horribly long. So, which has been my experience the past couple of weeks. The lines have been really short. Like Smuggler's Run, 5 minutes, despite the fact that they just did this complete redo of Smuggler's Run. Right? It's only been a 5-minute walk on to get onto the ride. And last week when I went, it was 20 minutes to get on to Rise of the Resistance. Today it was 105 minutes, according to according to Dawn. So,
Yikes.
let's see.
Yeah. That's how it is for Kit too. It's really toasty out there. And she says my mic sounds soft. I don't know if that's for the radio or what, but
Yeah,
just so you know. I don't know.
I've got you up. I'm trying to be careful not to blow you out, but the
Yeah.
so there's a weird thing, and boy, hey, if any of you computer nerds out there have a way to solve this, because I haven't been able to figure it out. So when Jeff comes and does the show in the studio, he has a microphone here, and it's not a problem, and everything's really cool.
Yeah.
When we do Jeff over Zoom, and any source, once I have my soundboard plugged into the computer, I get noise. And in fact, I'll give you a sample of this noise real quick. I'm going to run Jeff down, and I'll give you a sample of just the noise that comes out of my computer. It's terrible. So you can hear this like crazy, awful thing. And so what I have to do is keep Jeff's volume very, very low into my soundboard, because I've got him at like, if it's like 1 to 20, he's at 1. He's just like really, really, really low.
we could make a real mint if we sold that to like a rave club.
Something, right? It's a white noise machine. Colleen's gonna like walk in here. I'll just be passed out in my chair because all I can hear is that noise.
That would be great. Something to put you to sleep.
Right. We've also been sleeping badly the past few days.
Although Sean does fall asleep more in his chair than he does in his bed, so.
My rhythms
He's
do
that
not
age.
match the thanks. No, my rhythms don't match the world.
I'm the same thing. So my dad was the same too. If we're in a comfortable chair, I suppose, or probably doesn't even have to be comfortable. We easily fall asleep in it.
Yeah, it's only a problem when I'm doing my show in the morning and I put on a long song and I fall asleep. So today in music history is the day that Alice's Restaurant was debuted.
Not on Thanksgiving.
It wasn't on Thanksgiving. It is an 18-minute song, and it's become a Thanksgiving tradition. But the joke is that like songs like that are very highly prized by DJs because they put it on and they go off and do something else. They go get dinner, hit the restroom, have fun with their girlfriends who are hanging out in the studio. Long songs are very prized by DJs, and so it. I didn't want to play it today because I knew for a fact I would fall asleep if I played it. That was just how I was feeling.
Riders Down the Storm, the 12-minute version. Yeah.
Let's say hi to Eric, Talonthorn, and the Lady A 1066.
Yay! Hello.
And make sure we said hi to
David
Vicky
up there.
And Chris.
and Chris.
Chris says it's too hot.
And we have Lori and Linda also on over on YouTube.
Darn hot. Was that Cole Porter? Too darn hot.
Sure.
Everybody's
the
like,
music guy,
I
Sean."
don't know. All right. Just make me feel even older. Thanks a lot.
Cole Porter from the musical Kiss Me Kate in 1948.
Right. Okay.
We ready to start? Kelly just popped in. Hi,
Hey,
Kelly.
Well, how was...
We were gonna talk about what we did this past week.
Yeah.
It looks like Jeff did a lot, and Sean and I did so little that we actually forgot to do the fun thing that was on our schedule.
I know. I don't know how we missed
No.
that. We talked about it last week on the show, too, which was a car show that was sort of ending at the end of Route 66. We were going to go check out the cars, and we had all these reasons why we
There
were
was a parade.
going to do it, and it was going to be cool. And for whatever reason, we spaced. We just didn't do it. Be fair, I have been sick. I've run through my course of meds, but I'm fighting. If you hear me cough or wheeze or other assorted breathy things, I got secondhand weed smoke, and that has taken me out for a month. So I'm still fighting it. It's frustrating. It's one of those dumb things. And so basically, when I'm home hacking up a lung, Colleen's like, "Well, we should just stay home. You shouldn't go anywhere if you're coughing like that." And so that's the mood we've been in for the past month.
Oh.
Is we've been
Gotcha.
cutting things out of our schedule, unless it's something like she's going to go do by herself or something like that. And I've still been doing my Disney visits, which Colleen has been pushing it.
Randy says hi. Hi, Randy.
Oh my gosh! Hey, dude.
Ready?
Randy Garcia.
All right.
Oh.
Happy
Yeah.
anniversary, Randy.
Yeah.
I feel bad with Randy because we were supposed to go to a baseball game out for the Tower Buzzers, and
Oh yeah.
I begged off.
Well, that's because he was really sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like,
That'll-
"Are you gonna
that'll
go? What are you gonna do?" And just to clarify for Colleen, different Randy.
Oh, not happy anniversary,
Randy
Randy.
Garcia.
Sorry.
This is Randy Garcia, formerly PhotoPass at the Disney parks, currently at Universal Studios Hollywood, member of
Yep.
Jurassic Park Motor Pool, all around cool guy, and although we can offer condolences for Sam Neill because we're all very sad about Sam Neill.
Yeah.
Who
Very much so.
passed away. So, but I just realized that Colleen thinks he's a different Randy.
Okay, so Kelly wants us to pass a message to Lady A.
Okay.
Kelly's going to be in the UK for 3 weeks, but she'll miss the Bayou Tapestry by a month.
Oh no.
Yeah,
So
bummer.
so she wants Lady A to steal it
I don't
and
know.
hold on to it for her.
Maybe Lady A told her to go see it. And Chris Marble wants to know about your kidney stone ride.
Oh, yeah. So I was originally supposed to ride the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, which has been proven in studies, like actual scientific studies, to help pass kidney stones. I'd had a kidney stone for several months. They didn't give me ultrasound or anything to get rid of it. So I took things into my own hands, and I went to Big Thunder Mountain, and it was closed. So I figured the next roughest ride in the wilderness must be Matterhorn.
Although I think Matterhorn is rougher than...
I think it is too. And so I rode each side of the Matterhorn, thanks to my handy little single rider ticket, 30 times. So I did from 3:30 in the afternoon to a little after 9. I did 30 rides on each side of the Matterhorn. One of them is like 2 minutes and 17 seconds. One of them is 2 minutes and 10 seconds. And I just kept looping back into the ride. And the cast members were behind me. They were totally helping me out. And those who were there still will come up to me and go, "Oh, you're that guy," which is very funny.
Now, Randy says he didn't end up going to the ball game either because it was too hot.
Yeah, it's a good
So
reason
no
not to
worries.
go.
Yeah.
Good reason not to go. And apologies to Kit too, because it was her event and we had totally intended to go. And
You wouldn't have wanted to be around Sean coughing as much as he was.
yeah, and I also never know what's going to happen with games like this. I didn't expect it at the Tower Buzzers because they're new. But there have been times where I've been at the Storm or the Quake or the Jethawks, these other teams, where they have been super, super kind to me, and they have put me on the microphone. And I can't do this with the visiting team. There's like something you can't do it. But with the home team, I can introduce the players as a character. And so I have done this as C-3PO, I've done it as Vader, I've done it as the Emperor, I've done it as Yoda, and we've done, now batting third base, Tom Smith, whatever, which is really funny.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that goes out over the PA system for all the people who are listening there. I would have hated to have done that with my voice in the shape that it's in right now, with the coughing. It would have been awful. And you know me, I can't say no, right? They're like, you should do this, and I'm like, okay. And then I totally would have got myself in trouble, hacking up a lung. I'd have ended up being General Grievous with all the coughing.
Yeah.
Jeff, tell us about all the exciting things you did.
Oh, it was super exciting. So super exciting. A lot of it was the costume stuff. So I'll start with the movie stuff first. The best thing about Amazon Prime is that Hail Mary showed up on there, so I got to watch it.
Oh, right on.
Yay!
Yeah, Hail Mary, and it was really good. You know, not everything I was expecting. There are things I was expecting to happen and did not happen, and I was happy that's how it worked out. So there were predictable moments in it, like because it's a movie, you know, typically. But there were parts of it that, well, were surprising, you know, and such. So
This is
I liked what they did with it. It was fun.
this is still Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hail Mary Project. Yeah.
Well, we have all seen
Yeah.
it, and it's certainly passed the moratorium for spoilers. Do you want to talk
Yeah.
details since we've all seen it?
I guess so. um, I was really unsure how Rocky was going to come across when I saw the trailers and stuff, and I'm like, what is this? And you know,
Right.
but the way that it played out with Rocky was actually really, I thought was really cool what they did with it, and how he was able to use, I don't know what program in his computer or whatever to sort of, you know,
Translate.
so he could translate whatever, even though he wasn't really using it for that. It was more like a connecting it and then adding a word to it, whatever, so that when they, you know, so similar to translation machine, but he was doing translation to begin with. I don't think. Well, anyway, that's way too far in, but it was. I liked it. You know,
Had you read the book?
I have not.
Oh, okay.
I've only seen the film.
I thought it was interesting that they were able to take something that is such like a foreign idea of like basically this sort of like rock based creature that that is so like left field from our human sensibilities, and the fact that usually when and this is one of the things I really like computer graphics for most of our lives, aliens have been humanoid because it's easier to slap a bumpy forehead on them. So like Star Trek, which has to do it every week, we've got all these humanoid shaped aliens that have bumpy foreheads, and because that's easy and cheap. But what was the movie with Amy Adams that she was?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Right, she was learning to
like
talk with the aliens, and they had these like really unusual sort of tree-looking aliens that were crazy.
Yeah.
And we've got Rocky, who is
Arrival.
Arrival. Thank you. And
there we go.
we've got Rocky, who is like not a very humanoid-ish alien, and things like that.
Yeah.
And I love that we can have those now in things to show us like crazy, because like we just watched Independence Day back on July 4th, and the aliens were still humanoid. You know, which
pretty much,
the story kind of needed because you know, people had to fit in their spaceships and things. So okay, whatever. But it was, you know, that's all we used to get, and so I really like that aspect of the movie, that we got like this very alien.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, even the movie Alien was a bipedal creature.
Right,
so I'm like,
which always makes you think, even though it's frightening, it always makes you go, it's just a guy in a suit.
Yeah. And of course, Ryan Gosling once again is surprising me, you know, because I've never really thought of him as like as good of good of an actor as he is. So
right.
you know, in this role he did a great job at too. So just, you know, continues to blow me away.
Ryan Gosling looks a little funny. He always looks like a nice guy.
Yeah.
Which is something we had this problem back in the day when we were all trying to be tough costumer characters and things, and we were talking like, you know, like Colleen used to look sweet all the time, and I used to look really nice all the time, and like, you know, it just didn't look.
I couldn't do any bad guy costumes.
Mean or angry.
Yeah.
Which was really funny, and so Ryan Gosling has the same problem, and so like Blade Runner 2049. The villain aside, was good. I liked it. I liked the atmosphere. I liked everything that was going on. But Ryan Gosling, he's like goofy. He's just like a nice guy. And so we dismiss him easily. And then when he comes in and he does something really amazing, we're just like, wow, okay. Because I think we we undervalue him just based on his looks and things like that.
Yeah.
Which, you know, there's a lot of actors that we do that with.
Yeah. I can't remember her name. Is it Mila? But she was doing AT&T commercials for a long time.
Oh, Milena
She's
Vaintraub.
Yeah. Yeah. So she's in this, but it's almost like a throwaway character.
I was
Her and
disappointed.
the other guy who's another scientist, who, like the other astronaut scientist, they're there but not there. You know.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
oh.
So she had a role, and I was very excited to see her name in the credits. I absolutely adore her. She's really great, and she's one of those actresses. She was the one who was almost Squirrel Girl, and then they canceled her Squirrel Girl show, which was a bummer.
Yeah, I know.
But most people know her as Lily from AT&T, and she's super nice. She's a good human being, and I like to see her succeed and stuff. And then I'm like, okay, she's there, but she's kind of like eye candy. She's just like, I'm one of the astronauts, you know, kind of like, and I don't know if they cut out her role or they just didn't give her much to do. But she looked like she was supposed to be a Russian astronaut, I think, and she looks like a Russian astronaut.
Something like that. But yeah, I mean, I think she's related with that, so it might be in her background.
Yeah.
And I just I have to pull up the thing to get the names for everybody, but the chief scientist, I guess, who actually enlisted him, you know.
Right.
Flashbacks forcibly, I suppose, but I wonder if that was actually her singing when they did the karaoke, or if they.
I believe it was.
I heard an interview,
it was
and
her.
I believe it was her.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, which I
choice.
thought was really interesting, and she had a really interesting role, where it was Sandra Hüller, and she had to be like sort of kindly and nice and leading him into this thing, and then she had to be a hard ass at the same time. And it was a very interesting position to be in, and she did it well. Did it really well.
Yeah.
Ken Leung was the Asian guy that
He's been in a ton of stuff too, but
right, that he's got all sorts of stuff. And then who was his like sort of security guard companion that he was doing
Carl?
So
experiments
that
with?
guy, I don't know his name, but he was brought in for like one day of acting, and he was so good and had such good energy that they expanded his role.
Right, and which
nice.
like apparently like he just had so much chemistry with Ryan Gosling that and I don't know, is that Aaron Neal who did? I think that's who that guy is. So
I don't know.
One of the interesting things about this movie is that it was directed by Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, who came to the front with like the Lego movie, and then they went on to do the Spider-Verse films. They were taken off of the Han Solo movie because they weren't getting the balance between humor and adventure right. So they got replaced with Ron Howard, which was and I'd still kind of like to see their cut and see what they were so freaked out about. But I mean, these guys right now look like they can do it all. I mean, they're really super talented, and they pulled this off like nobody's business. And Project Hail Mary was so different than the other stuff that they did, and they're also producers too.
Yeah.
They did the Sheep Detectives
And the Sheep Detectives
as
was really
producers.
good too.
That was actually really great, and whatnot. And I'm looking what their other director stuff is. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, Clone High. So, you know, they haven't directed a ton of things. 22 Jump Street. So, you know, you wouldn't look at someone who did 22 Jump Street or 21 Jump Street, which were comedy takeoffs of the TV show, and then go, oh, yeah, let's give them Project Hail Mary.
Yeah.
The book is really
But they know what
good.
they're doing.
I recommend the book. I read half of the book before I saw, because I get my books from the library. So I read half of the book before I saw the movie, and then the other half after I saw the movie, and then I saw the movie again.
Okay.
And highly recommended reading. And my understanding is that the audiobook is really good on this one. So I don't do a ton of audiobooks, but I've
seen the
heard-
narrator online going, "Listen to my audiobook; it's really good." And
Gotcha.
that's the only thing I've seen about it. Now, the second time Colleen went to see Project Hail Mary, she did something a little different, which was they were offering kind of like a director's commentary that you could listen to through your phone. So it wasn't like a second screen thing where you're completely distracted by your phone all the time.
But it was very distracting. Especially, like, I liked it, but I wouldn't go see a movie for the first time with this because you wouldn't be watching the movie.
Right.
You'd and as it was, I had two headphones and I put one in and left one out so that the parts of the movie that I wanted to see again, I could see, and I could just pull the other headphone out
Right.
to shut those guys up.
But see, I would
Yeah.
love this at home. This is a thing that needs to happen at home.
Well, I think the reason why they're doing it in the theater is to try and get people to repeat visit.
Oh yeah.
at the
Oh my
movies.
gosh, for
Yeah.
sure.
And it's the reason why they're able to do it is because there's the whole purpose of this is that if you really want to see a popular movie that's out and you don't speak English and they don't have let's say Spanish, because that's the most popular other language right where we are,
Okay.
you can get this in Spanish, so you can hear the translation into your language and enjoy the movie that you otherwise wouldn't be able to. It's amazing, and more power to the company that does this. It's a great idea.
Yeah, I'm all for that kind of stuff. And
Okay.
I love that we have these movies on demand, basically like load up
Yeah.
Disney Plus and check it out. But I hate that we have lost a lot of these special features that they used to include on discs, where we
I
had
know,
behind the
yeah.
scenes, or we had the director's commentary, we had these other things. And I know that they're out there because they're still making physical media for a lot of movies, but that
Yeah.
is a perk to buy the physical media as opposed to just watching it on streaming. And I do really
Yeah.
miss that we don't have more of that, because it's I like to know everything about everything. So that's me. I'm gonna take a note and say hey to Dawn, who is heading home from Disneyland. I assume
Yeah.
Dawn went down. The Magic Key holders can get a Magic Key license plate frame at the
Okay.
launch bay across from the Autopia and the Tomorrowland Terrace, and so he was going to try and get one of those. You have to make a reservation to get it.
Oh.
So it's like a virtual line, and then you go in and you show your pass, and they give you the license plate frame.
Did he get one?
I have to assume.
Yeah.
He said, he
it
got
says
his
so in the
plate
comments, yeah.
after 6 hours,
Wow.
which was pretty crazy. And so I'll look into it tomorrow and see. Although, I don't know how much I'm going to put it on my car. But
Please don't get the license plate frame if you're not planning to put it on your car.
I'll look it up and see what it looks like online and see if it's a thing I want. But anyway, be safe, Dawn, on the way home.
Good.
He's got a trek ahead of him, so we'll try to keep you entertained on the road.
Yeah.
Right on. Anyway, so the upshot of that whole discussion, go watch Project Hail Mary. We all liked it.
Yes.
And where is
Really
it
good
streaming,
film.
Jeff? Is it Amazon?
It's on Amazon Prime,
Oh.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad I saw it in the theater.
Right.
Yeah. The other film I saw, which is probably going to go to streaming soon because we had to really look for it, was Mandalorian Grogu in theater. So It was actually playing over in I guess it's still technically Orange, but roughly the area that we were in. But it was like one theater, and we have quite a few, and it's only one of them that was playing it. And I liked it. I think it was it was fun, but the little bit of a gripe I have with it was that it sort of was like, let's go from one action sequence to the next.
Yeah, there wasn't any character
Yeah,
development.
That makes any sense.
that was our problem with it too
Yeah.
when we saw it. Is that it's like they
Yeah.
took an entire season, cut out the character development scenes of people talking about the important stuff, and just went from action scene to action scene to action scene
Yeah.
to action scene. And I don't
Yeah.
think you have been. Maybe you have been. Have you been on the new Smuggler's Run yet?
Not yet. No, yeah, not as yet.
It is exactly like the movie. Action scene, action
okay.
scene, action scene, action scene.
You
If-
kind of expect that from Smuggler's Run,
right,
though.
right. But
Yeah.
I didn't expect it from the movie,
Yeah.
and that's the kind of bummer part of it. I want.
Yeah.
I think I've mentioned this before. I like my idea, my favorite incarnation of the Mandalorian is almost basically Batman. Here's a guy who's kind of a loner. He's a bit of a vigilante. He does detective work to find what he needs to find out, and then he goes in and he takes care of business.
Yeah.
He has a ward that he's taking care of.
Yeah.
For all intents and purposes, in my head, Mando is Batman.
Yeah.
And I like the series because we get that. We get the
Yeah.
world's greatest detective aspect of it, where he's like, you
Yeah.
know, solving a mystery. And then
Yeah.
he goes in and cleans house. And there's
Yeah.
action. And that's really great. So I missed the detective part of the movie.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like I had so many people, because we saw it the first night, I had a lot of people who asked me whether it was worth seeing on the big screen. And I felt like that was the wrong question, because
Yeah.
my answer to that is it would have been so much better on the small screen, but you kind of have to see it on the big screen because of the way they made it, because it's just action,
Yeah.
action, 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 action.
Yeah.
It's better on the big screen. But if I had a choice, small screen, character development,
Right.
I feel like Sigourney Weaver was entirely wasted.
Completely.
I
One even wonders why she was there, except that she's a big name sci-fi goddess.
Yeah, and
That's like the
from
only
her
reason.
point of view, she needs to collect the whole sci-fi set.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Star Wars, yes.
But
Yeah.
I
But
would
from
have.
Star Wars point of view, they just wanted more people to come in specifically to see
and
her.
it's not like she had a big thing to do. Like Colleen's not much for horror movies, but one of the
Yeah.
ones that we have watched multiple times was Cabin in the Woods, and Sigourney
I've
Weaver.
only seen it once.
Sigourney Weaver is in it. She plays
Yeah.
a pivotal role in it, so they didn't waste her at all, and it's a big deal when she shows up. And that was not the case of Mando. You're like, okay, well, she's
Not
just
really, yeah.
hanging out with the dudes, and there was a lot of that. There was like, you walk into the mess hall, and there's a bunch of folks just kind of hanging out, and it's like, oh, it's it's Dave
Yeah.
Filoni. It's
So,
it was still Sigourney Weaver.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
and we love her in anything.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
great to see her. But honestly, just she is so good that what a waste
Yeah.
of not giving her some character development.
And I'm still mad that her action figure is Sigourney Weaver's head on a guy's body. What the
Oh
heck?
God.
How
Hasbro.
dumb am I
So-
hoping for character development from a Star Wars movie?
Yeah. Well, the trouble was that they treated it as though he had been doing this for a long time, like he had been going out for like years or something, and going after all these ex-Empire guys for years, and technically, if you base it, the show's based on that, yeah,
Right.
but we never saw her before, so we don't know what their previous story is. We never saw him with Zeb before, and they're apparently big buddies. I'm like, well,
Right.
what you showed him in like one episode of Mando
For
that's
like
it.
15 seconds.
and,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the heck? I mean, this movie I liked, but I agree with you about the series thing, or at least made it 3 movies or something, so that they could have expanded character development and you could actually get story out of it because
Right. I mean,
it's
Star
I get
Wars.
what they're doing, but it's like
Right. But let's go back to the original trilogy for a second. The original
yeah,
Star Wars film from 1977 had a lot of action in it. It starts with a big blowout and a battle
yeah,
on a spaceship, right? And then it calms down a little bit and they
yeah,
introduce us to the characters
yeah,
and they go through an actual character arc. Luke Skywalker goes from being this super
mm-hmm,
whiny, annoying farm boy to
yeah,
saving the day. Now, it's
yeah,
we could have used more, backstory on him, I think, and what were his abilities and that sort of thing. But in terms of like a single movie adventure, we got a huge character arc. He met some interesting people who he drew to
yeah,
his cause. We felt like we went somewhere. I don't feel like we went somewhere
yeah,
in the Mandalorian movie. It's like,
yeah.
here's a cool
I mean,
thing. And there are cool things. There are so many cool things in it that as a huge Star Wars fan,
yeah,
like one of the bad guys escapes in a tiny little ship that was a toy that Hasbro made that was called a mini
yeah.
rig, and it was something they made up, and it wasn't really part of the Star Wars canon. And because Filoni and Favreau love
Love the
this
toy.
kind of stuff, they put it in there.
Yeah,
And if you know,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
There's a whole bunch of if you know things.
Yeah.
I-
That was the best part of all the little Easter eggs. I think,
Yeah,
that
oh my
movie.
gosh.
I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. That's what I loved about that part of the movie. It was like for me the best thing, you know.
The fan
But
service was strong with that movie, but you can't base an entire movie on it. You just
no,
can't.
no,
And look, I want good Star Wars as much as the next guy, and I cut Star Wars because it's space opera, and it's not
yeah,
speculative fiction. I cut Star Wars
yeah,
a wide amount of slack.
yeah,
I just feel they let us down as fans. And it's not that it wasn't fun. It's not that it wasn't cute. We saw characters we like. I just
yeah,
felt like the most character development that happened in the whole thing seemed to revolve around Grogu, and it really wasn't so much of like character development. It was just like,
yeah,
oh, Grogu has some skills. And that was
yeah,
kind of it. It wasn't like,
yeah,
oh, look at the growth that's happening here.
yeah.
It wasn't like that
You
at
saw
all.
like like a glimmer of growth with Rod of the Hutt. You know, he had a little bit of character growth, not a lot. But
Right.
it was like
I had other problems with
unless you
Rod of the
yeah,
Hut.
unless you watch the Clone Wars where they originally showed Rod as a baby, you know who the hell this character is.
Well, and
And
even
none of
I
us
didn't know
then,
who
watch
he
that show,
was.
so it's like
even then you don't know who the hell he is because Rod of the
yeah,
Hutt showed up in the very first Clone Wars episode, which they did release as a movie. They took 3 Clone Wars
yeah,
episodes, jammed them together into a movie,
yeah, yeah,
and released them in theaters. And
yeah.
like, if
You
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 don't
got to remember that.
go back, what was that, 2008 or something?
So it was ways ago. But yeah,
I
And also the whole like muscly thing was creepy.
Yeah, the we're used to Hutts being slugs and seeing
yeah.
a fit UFC completely built Hut was
I think
weird.
yeah, I think they could have done a little better. I know I'm nitpicking with it, and we're probably all getting nitpicky, but I think they could have made him look different. You know,
Yeah.
even if he was buff, to me it didn't look right
Yeah.
with the creature that he is.
Yeah.
Something didn't look right,
Right,
and
exactly.
that's what bugged me the entire movie. I'm like, doesn't look quite right. He could be muscular, but it doesn't look right.
The Lady A brings
Something's
up
off.
she brings up a point that I have with a lot of things like this, and like I'm not a huge Ahsoka fan. I think her adventures are just fine. I know she's had an
Yeah,
incredible amount of character development and this terrific arc and all of this kind of stuff. My
yeah,
problem that I have with Ahsoka is also part of the problem I have with this movie, and it's the thing that Lady A brings up, which is there were no stakes for anybody
yeah,
in
Yeah.
this. You didn't
yeah,
feel like anyone was really threatened. No one was in danger. You feel like you were just watching adventures, but you didn't feel like something awful was going to happen to somebody.
yeah,
You always feel like, Mando's going to make it out, Grogu's going to make it out. I feel that way about Ahsoka, too. She's now like
yeah,
the most powerful Jedi in the universe. And I'm like, there's nothing that can harm her.
Yeah.
And unless they surprise me and drop a Star Destroyer on her or something, I'm I'm not worried for her.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and I didn't feel that. That's how I felt in this movie. I wasn't worried for anybody.
Yeah.
And
drawback
Eric points out that
felt
there was
with
too
this-
much motion blur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem I had with this was that addition of that, and this goes back to Sigourney Weaver, is that he Filoni has introduced characters that they created for Clone Wars and Rebels, right?
Yeah.
And into like Ahsoka and the Mandalorian show. So I'm like, okay, I'm watching the Mandalorian and Grogu, and I know it's about them, but you've got a host of other characters that you should be intertwining into the story arc, and you're not.
Right.
And you're just giving us like 2-hour fight fest or whatever like this thing was.
Yeah.
And it's nice, but I would have liked more story, more like you say, character development.
Yeah.
or
Well,
something.
and we always joke about Dave Filoni's greatest hits. Ooh, Cad
Yeah.
Bane, let's bring him back. Oh, I like Zeb.
Yeah.
Let's say Hera should be in here.
Yeah.
And more Ahsoka. And so we get all of the characters that Dave
Yeah.
has helped create and he likes. And that's fine. But when I went to see the prequels, the
Yeah.
prequel trilogy of movies, I knew we were going to get, Baby Vader, we were going to get Obi-Wan, we were going to get Yoda, we were going to get characters
Yeah.
we already knew. But
Yeah.
I never felt like, oh, they're just recycling these characters because they have to. They had things to
Yeah.
do. They had stories. They were integrated and
Yeah.
integral to the story, and that's kind of what was missing here too. And also from the television stuff that we've been seeing and things like that. And it's like
yeah.
we need a bad guy. Let's just get Cad Bane to come do it.
Yeah. I mean, heck, where's I don't remember his name. He's on the ride. Okay, before you get on the
Hondo.
ride.
Hondo?
With the droid. Yeah, Hondo. Where's Hondo? When they could have thrown Hondo in there somewhere, because why not? This is a movie. You could have done so much more
Right.
with
Yeah,
this.
that
It
would've
could
been
have been
interesting.
amazing. And then it's like, well, this is just a couple episodes of the show. Here you go. It's a movie. And I'm like, you could have done something amazing here, and it
Yeah.
just
Well, and
doesn't really hit the bar.
it did nothing to dispel the idea that they only put this in theaters to make money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is you were asking the audience to take something that they usually get for free, television, and go watch it and pay money to go see it in a theater. And look, we were there opening night. We paid a little bit extra for our tickets to help out a charity.
Yeah.
We saw it with a rabid crowd of fanboys and girls, and and it was worth it to me for that experience.
Yeah.
Even if the movie was just kind of
So, and was this supposed to be taking place basically between everything that's aired so far, the movie, and then whatever's going to air next? Is that what the idea is?
I have to assume, yeah.
Yeah, like Ahsoka and the Mandalorian, whatever else, all the way, and then the movie, and then everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I assume it's the same timeline, just continuing.
I think so too. But I think the next thing we're getting is Starfighter, which will not be connected to most of this stuff.
Who's in Starfighter?
Starfighter, it's Ryan Gosling, I
Ryan
think.
Gosling. Okay, that's
Yeah.
what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Interesting. I wonder what he'll bring to
and
it.
it's supposed to be in the same timeline, I believe, as like as the sequels.
Right. The only problem with, well, it's not a problem, the disappointment for me for Starfighter is that it was originally going to be Patty Jenkins, who was did Wonder Woman. She was very, very excited to do it because her father was a pilot. She had a personal connection. She talked that up, and I was really looking forward to it. Talking about putting people from other franchises into Star Wars, Matt Smith from Doctor Who is going to be in this movie, as is Amy Adams.
Yeah. Woo! I don't mind those. Those are good.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Twist my arm, Amy Adams.
Yeah.
But yeah, so here's Ryan Gosling.
Well, but I hope that they give Amy Adams some character development and just don't Sigourney
Yeah.
Weaver her.
I imagine
Ugh.
they will.
Come on.
Yeah, yeah.
But to make my point, because I think this is super funny. Here's the picture from IMDb of Ryan Gosling, and he just looks like a goofball. And and it's not that he's not a good actor. It's not that I can't take him serious. It's just like he just looks like a goofball all the time.
So I was thinking that you were going to show us a picture of him wearing like a pilot jumpsuit or
Oh,
something.
I wish. No, there was a brief trailer that Patty Jenkins did about the movie, about how she was excited to do it and that kind of thing. But there was no actual trailer of anything.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
and while I'm thinking about it, this is switching gears, and although I think we pretty much talked Mando to death here, I wanted to say, just publicly, kind of say a thank you to Toho Productions. Last week, we aired the Godzilla trailer, and they took down our entire 2-hour video because of it. And I sent him a note, and I said, look, we were showing your trailer to promote your project in good faith. We're big fans. We like all of this. And for us to get in trouble because we showed something that you guys released to the public, I think is very unfair. Would you please reconsider? And the next day they sent me a message going, yes, we're sorry. You can have your video back.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so that was really great. I didn't understand why, really, and it's a problem that we fight on this show all the time because I haven't figured out how to make this happen. We should be able to show trailers on this show.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Because it's fair use. Anytime we show a commercial for something that's coming out, we're using it for its intended purpose.
Yeah, that's the thing that doesn't make sense is that they said, here is a trailer for people to watch. And we're like, hey, cool, guys, look, there's a trailer for us to watch.
But
and
every
then
time,
we get in trouble.
every time we do it with sound, we get busted. Like Sony's like, you can't show this Spider-Man thing. And I'm like, okay, we won't promote your Spider-Man thing. And in this case, we didn't even have the audio running. Toho just grabbed some frame from our video and went, oh, it's Godzilla, or it's the logo of our company, or it's something. They were super cool about it, though. A lot of this stuff is automated. It's all done by bots. And so, technically it's not exactly their fault. But it wasn't even YouTube. YouTube said, hey, you've been flagged, and we took the video down. Because I went to go get it because something happened with the recording of our radio show. And I was going to take the audio and upload it in a convoluted, complicated kind of thing. Couldn't even get at it because YouTube had taken it down. And YouTube says, it's not us, it's Toho. And it instantly sent us over to Japan.
It was nice that you just didn't get a runaround
and
stick with
and oh my God,
YouTube.
We love these guys. We like what they do. We're big Godzilla fans. It's it was like, how come we're getting smacked for liking a thing?
Because I mean, if you look on YouTube after that trailer, there's like I don't know how many people that reposted that trailer on the YouTube channel.
Well, and there are entire channels like the Joe Blow channel or something. And it sounds like I'm making that up. It's actually the name of the thing. And the guy puts a thing at the beginning of the trailer that's like, it's me, Joe Blow, watch this. And then they show the trailer, and then he's like, thanks for watching the trailer, subscribe to my channel. And they have basically rebranded this trailer with their own brand, and yet that's okay. And we're here
that's fine.
legitimately talking about this stuff. We're not even just reposting trailers.
And we aren't rebranding it.
Right. And
exactly.
We are evaluating it. We are giving a review of previous entries in the series. This is all stuff that we're allowed to do. And were we on television news? Were we writing for the Mary Sue or some other place like that where we were doing movie reviews? We would be allowed to embed that trailer in our article. It would be a non-issue. We'd be able to show it on TV. The video end of things just drives me crazy.
Yeah.
And I haven't figured out how to get the blanket permission to have them allow us to do it, because every single studio has a different thing. Warner Brothers, Disney, whatever.
So whenever somebody says that it's the AI and it's all automatic and stuff like that, I gotta say I go straight to Dungeon Crawler Carl, where the AI that is running this horrific live action Dungeons and Dragons style game is just a jerk. And but like he has a relationship with some of the players in the game, but he's still like a horrible jerk.
You're talking about something that killed everybody on the planet except for the people that happened to be outside a building. I expect anyone connected to that to be a jerk.
Yeah, he didn't do it.
No, but he represents the people who did.
Eric just gave me a new achievement. You have talked about AI. I don't know if he gave it to me, but I'll take it.
Right.
So, yeah, he didn't do it. These aliens did, and they created this AI, knowing full well that the AI was going to basically become animate, become
sentient,
and go crazy. So, yay! Eric says the new achievement is for me.
Oh, okay.
I want to know what kind of a box I get with that.
Want to say goodbye to Chris Marble, who is taken off for the Los Angeles Science Fantasy Society meeting. See you, Chris.
Bye.
Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll be talking about AI a little bit later on because George Lucas has weighed in on AI.
Well, do we talk about Jeff's stuff, all of your stuff, Jeff, or are we ready to move along to Star Wars?
It was like 2 movies, and that was it.
There's
the other stuff is costuming. It's not lengthy, so.
Yeah. So you got stuff for Woody.
Yeah.
Woody costume.
I have new boots. I'm gonna, because how do I explain this? I'm gonna go back to the image here. For Woody, when I was making the costume, I was trying to look at how it looks to try to make it more realistic. And then as I was wearing the costume and stuff, I'm looking and seeing the boots I was wearing, not only were uncomfortable, but I don't think cowboys wore those kind of boots back then. They wore something more like a realistic boot, not this like fancy design on the boot.
Well, they did and they didn't, and it really depends. So the cheapest thing they could do in putting the boot together, and the leather workers could do, they could tool the leather, and they could sew the leather. But most of the leather wasn't exactly done by machine, which they're done now. So you can have fairly elaborate boots. But that said, that isn't necessarily what you're going for. You're trying to convey Woody the cowboy, who honestly was a toy. And Woody is based on the 1950s style of cowboy. So he's not based on like an 1850s cowboy. He's based on a 1950s cowboy.
Yeah.
And so
I'm trying to make him more realistic.
Yeah, so that's kind of what you're going for.
Yeah. So I got boots. They're over there in the closet there.
Are they made for walking?
And I bought another hat so that, because quite frankly, the one I was wearing isn't really, because I don't think it looks like a cowboy, but it's not wide enough. It really just was. It was not a wide enough hat.
Okay.
It's like 3 inches wide brim, and the one I'm getting is about 5.
Right on.
So it's going to go out a little bit further out, and I can form it the way I want it to look, and put the little stitching of leather, whatever it is,
and
around it and stuff. Yeah.
Woody doesn't wear a standard cowboy style hat, which curls up at the sides and down in the front and the back. He wears like a Clint Eastwood / Marty McFly style hat, which is largely one large disc.
Yeah. But his, of course, it being a toy and everything, is way wider.
Sure.
So, and so I wanted something that was close to that part where it's a little bit wider. Well, like the boots I bought. The pair that I had went higher up my leg, and then I was looking at the toy, and I'm going, well, and then the boots I got, I thought weren't. I'm like, oh, they're not tall enough. But then I looked at the toy and everything, and I'm going, well, I'm kind of trying, like I said, trying to make it.
Yeah, well, that's every costume recreation ever. You have to choose what looks right. Works. And you did your Ghostbusters stuff?
Yeah. So the Ghostbusters thing was an issue of I've been trying to make it so the dang so that my name tag, the name badge, wouldn't be peeling up on the sides. So I had taken some loop Velcro pieces and put them on there with whatever, it was like hem tape or something. I was like, I didn't want to sit down and sew this damn thing. I put them on there and they were fine. And then I had to wash the thing, which I should have gone the other way around, wash it first, but I didn't. So I had to wash the thing. Of course, the thing, they just fell right off in the wash. You know,
the sticky back Velcro doesn't work in the wash at all. It's not meant for that at all.
Yeah. No. Well, it wasn't sticky back. It was I was using something else to hook it to the material. It was not actually it wasn't sticky back to begin with.
Oh, okay.
And so it of course fell off, and Bree stuck it back on, and now it has like I used like aliens, whatever her name is, fabric glue stuff.
Aleen's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's on there good now.
Great.
They're not going to go anywhere now.
Excellent.
So that and the boots, I got new laces, and I don't want to say what they are because I want the OC Ghostbusters to see it when they see it. Granted, they're not listening anyway.
Right.
But
right.
they could be. I don't know, but you know.
Cool.
But yeah, so it's just new laces, and there's a reason, you know.
Well, we'll see it.
Yeah.
The next event.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I think that's it. Did I get everything?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just to jump in here, Don sent a picture of that license plate frame
Oh.
that he waited 6 hours to get.
Oh no.
So that is the Disneyland Magic Key license plate frame.
Oh, I see.
It's
Yeah.
not a bad idea because they used to give you magnets. In fact, I've got like 5 or 6 magnets over here, and everyone's afraid to put the magnets on their car because people steal them. If you put, and that used to happen with the annual pass holder magnets too. People would steal them off the back of their car. So most people, Eric and Liz included, put theirs on the fridge because if they're on the car, they will vanish in the Disneyland parking lot. So in this case, you can bolt this to your car, and people are less likely to steal it. So it's not bad if you want to advertise to people that you have enough money for a Magic Key.
Rob this car. What?
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. Good stuff inside. But
That's funny.
yeah, it's not bad. So anyway, that was the thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Oh man, but it's been a thing, and I've got the hat coming, and I have a bid on some spurs, believe it or not, some metal spurs.
Cool.
So
I tell you,
cool.
spurs are a waste unless they make the ching sound.
Yep. Yeah, and that's what they're gonna do. But
I honestly feel like you could make your own out of leather and a couple of washers. But Eric says Mongo is appalled. Allow me to point out today, just because I happen to know this off the top of my head. Wasn't Mongo played by Eric Karras? Alex Karras?
Different Mongo.
Different Mongo. Oh.
Yeah, Mongo is a dinosaur.
Oh, I
and,
see. Okay.
Dungeon Master, Dungeon Crawler Carl. We're having a whole Dungeon Crawler Carl between Don and Eric and I
See.
over
Oh,
here.
man.
Conversation on Twitch.
Well, that would be different, because it was if you like Blazing Saddles. Alex Karras, who was a former football player and was also in Victor Victoria, Porky's, and what was it? What was the one with the kid?
The dad on Webster.
Webster, that was it. It was his birthday today, but he played. We'll call him the original Mongo.
Eric says there's nothing in the car. I spent all my money on Magic Key.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Except in my case, because I have to be careful to make sure that I don't take my event stuff to Disneyland and present a temptation. Although my windows are tinted, thank goodness. But you know, and people are mostly afraid to mess with the Star Wars car, which is kind of okay. But I've heard tell of lots of people who were have had their cars broken into, and actually, one of the things that's really kind of a bummer, the way the Disneyland parking is set up, when you pull in, there's only one direction you can park, and sometimes there's a parking space to your right, which means you have to back into it. And people will do that. They don't back in far enough. Their car sticks out to the front, and then they lose the front corner of their car, either from people pulling out from the spot next to them or people going down the road. And of course, that happens, and people run. They don't stop, and put a note on the thing. And so this has been every other time I go to Disneyland, I see somebody who's looking at damage to their car.
Yikes.
In the Disneyland parking lot.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying the chat today. Sean,
Well-
I put a picture of Mongo in the chat.
Right.
Yeah. 8 o'clock though.
Yes, I was getting there. You were listening to Sci-Fi.radio, Sci-Fi for your Wi-Fi. That's the station at which we broadcast Docking Bay 94 by audio. So if you're listening over there, thank you so much for hanging out over there. You can look at nerd news and all sorts of stuff. We have people listening in Brisbane, Australia. We've got Falkenstein in Deutschland. We have Veliki Luki in Russia tuned in. And Helsinki, Finland is here right now. And a bunch of people in the United States. Nobody in Canada? Oh, no, we do. We have somebody in Ontario, Canada right now. Anyway, among other places. And so that's the radio side of things. Sci-Fi.radio, that's the URL that we started doing this thing on. And then, of course, you can be watching us on Facebook or Twitch or on YouTube. The show is called Docking Bay 94. I'm Sean Obi-Shawn Crosby.
This is Jeff Donoho.
I'm Colleen Kaylee Crosby.
Kit, Boba-Kit, Sovine does all of our cool links and stuff on social media and keeps our show control document populated with all the stuff we BS about all week long. We're very grateful to her for that. And we're grateful to you guys for listening. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lizzie May,
Thank you,
for
Li-
subscribing.
yeah.
18 months.
Holy cow.
So
Yeah.
far, yeah, she's keeps. Yeah.
She's a mad
And,
woman.
Mr. Matt Tiller joined us on YouTube since we've been talking. So that's another person.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Oh, and Dave has
Dave.
popped in too, and he had some choice words in the chat for
I see that.
for George
Wow.
Lucas, which we haven't quite gotten to talk about yet, and I probably agree with Dave, although we'll be a little more diplomatic about it when we do finally get to that topic. All right, so Colleen sent a picture of Mongo, who is a
It's Mongo and Donut, actually.
and Donut. Donut is the cat.
Donut is the cat.
And
Mongo is her pet dinosaur.
Mongo is the pet dinosaur. The updated theory of pet dinosaur, because it was decided by people that dinosaurs have feathers now.
I think it was decided by paleontologists.
Yep.
Yeah.
So here's
Mongo being appalled.
sort of a raptor with feathers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Except,
Yeah.
oh no, she is
there's
wearing her
popping,
tiara.
Yes. Sorry.
it's a subtle tiara.
Yeah, it's a subtle tiara.
Yeah.
Right. Donut is a show cat. Do you remember Donut's entire name?
Princess Chonk Donut. What is Donut's full name?
It's long and complicated, and
Grand Champion, Breed Winner, Regional, National Winner, Princess Donut, the Queen Anne Chonk, Best in Dungeon.
all right, there you go.
That is her full name.
Huh.
And then, sometimes it's just shortened to Donut, the Queen Anne Chonk.
Right, and
but,
this is of
Oh,
course
okay.
Dungeon Crawler Carl, of which there are 9 books and a television series coming out.
Yep.
So that's
Oh,
cool.
And
wow.
there's one more book coming.
Busy.
Apparently, there will be 10 books total.
Oh, he's running out of ideas.
Well, no, there's definitely, with the book I'm on, you can tell there's definitely an end going to happen at some point.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. All right.
Eric says there are only 8 books at the moment.
Oh, okay. I thought there was a 9.
The 8th book must have just come out, and the 9th book is in the future. Because one of the
Gotcha.
books just came out.
They're all in the future.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hasn't been
Yeah, long
published
time
yet.
away.
Yeah, I guess the latest one is called A Parade of Horribles. That's the
Gotcha.
eighth book. So,
Oh,
alrighty.
okay.
There we go. I haven't read them. Colleen's
Okay.
been reading all of them. I just hear about them secondhand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on book 7. The Inevitable Ruin.
Okay.
Star Wars history?
Go for it.
Sure. Let's see here. We have about, let's see here, 4 birthdays. Okay. The first one is, if I pronounce it right, Bruce Boa. July 10th, 1930, he was born. He played General Riken
Yes.
in Empire Strikes Back.
Right. He was the one that, that
He was,
Han Solo said he had to leave, and he said a death mark isn't an easy
Yeah.
thing to live with. He seemed a
Exactly.
lot more
then,
competent
of course-
than General Dodonna in the first movie, to me for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
yeah. And he has like 163 credits, that being one of them.
Wow.
So, not a slouch in any regard for to his career, that's for sure.
Well,
Where it passed on.
and I wonder.
Octopussy. What do you know?
Let me look at his credits here for a minute. I was curious if he was one of those like Americans in England guys who were like, we need an American and
It could be.
do it.
Actually,
he was a Canadian in
Yeah.
England, and he was in
Yeah.
Full Metal Jacket. What did
Yeah.
he play in Full Metal Jacket? Poge Colonel. I don't know. He plays a lot of military men. He was
Yeah.
a general in Octopussy and stuff like that.
detectives and yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah, you're correct. He did some BBC shows and stuff too. So
Right.
he's a busy fella. Over
Young
there as
Indiana
well, so,
Jones Chronicles. Well, good for
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. Oh, Born Identity TV series. Oh yeah, I saw that part of that. Oh boy. Anyway, yeah. So that's it. He passed. Our next one is July 13th, 1937. Jack Purvis was born. He played Jawa and, let's see here, Kedak in A New Hope, and an Ugnaught, and yes, Empire Strikes Back, Tebow, which I think was an Ewok, and Return of the Jedi. That's a big chunk of what he did for Lucasfilm, for Star Wars. And then,
So Jack Purvis was also a little person, and he was best buddies with Kenny Baker, who was playing R2-D2. And Kenny Baker basically got the job, went into Star Wars and said, hey, you got anything for my mate Jack? And so they started putting him in a bunch of roles. They had a comedy act together, Kenny Baker and Jack Purvis. It was a musical comedy act called the Minitones. And so they did a whole bunch of stuff like on stage, goofing off, screwing around,
oh man,
and Kenny got his buddy hired on to play
Oh, wow.
the head of the
Nice.
Jawas and all of that kind of stuff. So.
okay.
And time
Before
bandits.
continuing, we have a lot of static popping going on that people are hearing. In any case, yeah. I'll get back to that. But boy, he did an awful lot of stuff with these. Terry Gilliam and Jim Henson as well. So not just George's stuff. So
Right.
a lot of really good stuff.
Yeah, Time
A lot of
Bandits
really
was
good
Terry
productions.
Gilliam.
Yeah. Yeah. Dark Crystal and such, and somehow he was in the Dark Crystal. So I'm guessing probably far off shot of one of the puppet characters walking away or something like that. I imagine, or I don't know, but yeah. Oh, canine. But yeah, only like 20 though, not a lot.
Hmm.
Yeah. Next we have July 16th. 1946. That's when Richard. Boy, this is a fun one.
Parmentier.
was born. He played Marty. In A New Hope.
Right.
John Romani. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
he was a super nice guy. One of the people on the list that I was actually Facebook friends with, and played a bad guy in the Empire. Sweet man. Just really nice.
And the funny thing is, like, our first birthday and him were both in the movie Octopussy.
Oh yeah, that's pretty funny.
Oh my god! I was just flipping through the roll. I'm like, wait, Octopussy again? Yeah, too funny. But far less roles for Hemingway at 39.
His this isn't helping me at all.
Yeah.
Monty was the one who got choked in
Yeah.
there. So
Yeah.
we played him at the start of the show, where he says, "This station is now the ultimate power in the universe," and so he gets airplay by us every week.
Everybody's complaining about the sound.
Well, I'll tell you,
Yeah.
I can't hear it. I'll boost our volume in here. There's a little bit of crackle, and I'm not hearing it as much as I'm able to get rid of it. And it's certainly not. So, tell me if I'm going to make it louder, and you tell me if this is the same popping you're hearing. There's there's this.
There's the static, and now there's nothing right now.
Right. Well, and so I've got your
There,
volume.
now it's back again.
I'm mitigating that noise as much as I can. If there's
Yeah.
anything else, I can't help you.
Yeah. Gotcha. Oh well. Let's go. I'm just gonna move on. July 10th, 1949 is our last birthday. Winston Rickort, I'm gonna say, was the voice of Mungo Baobab in Droids was born.
I have absolutely no idea who that is.
Yeah, he's a voice actor for the most part, but he has 84 roles. You know,
Right.
The Stargate TV series, but
His
yeah.
his name doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, recurred, you know, and he's trying to see if I can find something. I never watched Neon Rider, but apparently he was in a lot of episodes of that. Adderley, no idea.
Neon
So
Rider.
yeah. There's a few shows that he's been in a lot of episodes for, like, he played V.H. Adderley in the TV show Adderley, and then Neon Riders, he played Michael Terry and Nameless Stranger.
Nameless
64 episodes.
Nameless Stranger.
It's the role I've always hoped to get.
Right? He played the Nameless Stranger for 54 episodes?
Well, and Michael Terry, I think the name of the character was.
He was in the Battlestar Galactica update. He was in Supernatural.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done. He was in Caprica. Came back for that.
Yep. So he's fairly busy fella. You know, it looks like, but appearance, I have no idea. And of course, IMDb, no photo. It's blank.
Oh, you know what? It's funny. There was a photo when I first looked him up. Oh, I guess there's one. There's a photo here in Wikipedia. He looks like every actor in the '70s ever. Here, that's what he looks like.
Okay.
He looks like he should be on BJ and the Bear.
Yes.
It's like, you know.
It's like, it's like Highway to Heaven stunt double.
Right? Yeah, exactly. He's has a long history of falling down hills on Little House on the Prairie.
Speaking of Little House on the Prairie, boy, mixed reviews on that.
Oh, the new one? Yeah, I heard.
I'll have to watch it.
I heard
and
it's pretty
see.
awful.
I haven't heard it's awful. I've definitely heard mixed reviews. Some people really love it, and some people really don't.
The people that I see who say they really love it are saying that it is. They feel it is more faithful to the books, even though they've had to age all the characters up because Little House on the Prairie happened to much younger girls, apparently. But they feel it's much more accurate to the book. But I wouldn't know. I didn't read the book at all, so.
Well, if you want child abuse and land grabs,
Right.
go ahead and read the books.
Well, and also the everybody in the main cast is really well dressed, whereas they should look like they have less money.
Yeah.
The costumes just like they look like
Yeah.
they've got a lot of money for being on the prairie.
A little too extravagant for what they are.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I don't know. Are you going to try to watch it, Colleen, or are you just going to blow it off?
Yeah, I'll try and watch it. Mixed feelings. I've heard mixed things on the costumes too. Some people are pointing out that the hats that people are giving a big, oh my god, about the hats. That hats were an item that a lot of people got used, and so, you would still be able to have any kind of fashionable hat. It was just used.
Right.
So.
Apparently, we're all popping in rotation.
Yeah. I can hear. Yeah.
It's Jeff.
I
It's
can hear
me.
it in my head. I can hear it in my headphones, the static, because I'm listening.
Right.
Well, I'm not listening. I'm listening from you guys, so it's coming through Zoom to me.
Right.
But it's not, so that's why.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. Excuse me. I'm just going to cough and make it worse.
Maybe Sean coughed into his computer and gave it a virus.
Right.
Oh, man.
Well, I have to tell you, my computer has been
virus.
crashing a lot lately, and I can't figure out why. I've been getting... They don't have a blue screen of death anymore, by the way. It's green now, as if that somehow makes it better.
No, they kind of moved up, for special effects. They had to move up,
Right. Something.
blue screen, green screen.
Whatever. Christopher Lee joined the cast at episode 2 on this day.
Yeah, July 11th, 2000.
7/11, yeah.
Yeah. July 12th, 2003, Mexico City hosts the first ever Star Wars collectibles convention. Not really a celebration, but collectibles. Yeah. Our last one is July 10th, 2015, where they did a behind-the-scenes reel was shown at for episode 7 at Comic-Con with the concert afterwards.
Yeah, that was the one that I couldn't get into Hall H for. And it was excruciating because we were at Comic-Con and we're standing outside. There's this mass migration from Hall H to the concert venue, which is behind the convention center. And everybody's like, I'll see you inside. I'm like, we didn't get in. And the reason was, and that was also, they made a big deal going, we really appreciate all the fans that have been with us since day one, blah, 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 blah. And nobody could get in there above a certain age because we couldn't camp out on the cement because we are old now.
And that hurts.
Yes, and so I was really grumpy about the whole thing, and everybody's like,
You still are.
I am. I still am.
Yeah.
So.
Oh man. That's it for the Star Wars news that I got.
All right.
I'm sure there's more.
Star Wars.
Star Wars Celebration. Kit is.
Sorry, I was trying to read the Roman numerals with the C in front of it, and I'm like, what does that even mean?
Yeah, it's Kit being cute. She has called it Celebration
75?
9.
Well, she's called it CXI.
Oh, it's 11, I guess. Celebration 11.
Yeah.
We don't go by those numbers anymore. It is now Celebration Anaheim.
Applications are open for fan props and fan tables.
Right. So if you have a booth you want to display, we've already talked to them about Road Squadron. We are trying to get some space over there to find out. It's really interesting with Road Squadron. So over the years, we've had some people who have been problem children when we have displayed our cars and things like that. Some of them we have been asked to not have them back because they've caused trouble. And these same people are now contacting them individually going, I would like to display my car away from this group. And so I'm getting notes from Celebration going, I thought we didn't like this guy. I'm like, yep. You didn't like that guy because he was a real pain. So it's like, we'll have to see what happens. People don't have to display through Road Squadron, certainly, but if you've made a pill of yourself at the convention and they ask to not have you back, trying to do an end run around to get in is kind of rude.
Yep.
We'll have to see.
Exactly.
Tisk tisk.
Yes.
Scoochie around.
Halcyon Days, the final voyages of Disney's Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser will be screening at Comic-Con.
Oh boy.
I don't know. I think the only people that are going to want to see that are the people who actually were able to go to the Galactic Star
Right.
Cruiser.
And
the rest of us are like still cranky about not being able to go.
I really think that it is, that's really who it is aimed at. Basically, all the reviews I've seen that say it's amazing are people who are like, it's exactly like what happened when we went, which is fine. They have entered this thing in various film festivals and whatnot, and so on the first day of San Diego Comic-Con, they're gonna screen it, and they're gonna do it in Gen Con in Indianapolis the following weekend on August 1st, and it's been okay. I mean, the Galactic Star Cruiser is still sort of a sore point among people who either didn't have the money to go or weren't able to get a reservation or any number of things that they couldn't experience it. And largely a lot of it's coming from the fan community who went, because a lot of them are still of the, you don't understand how life-changing it was. You weren't there. You don't know. And nothing is going to win people to your side and your argument than saying, you will never understand what I experienced when I went to a hotel. So...
For a show. I mean, it's really not just a hotel, it's a live performance.
Well,
but
it's
still not going to make you feel better about it.
It's a LARP.
Yeah.
It was an immersive experience that a lot of people didn't take advantage of the immersive part of it. Because when we talked to the people in the marketing department, they kept telling us how people did not understand what it was about, and they were doing.
Told them how to get around that.
I know, and it was kind of. So anyway, I'm glad that this is doing well for them, but there's a lot of tension about this thing in fandom, because the people who went are like, oh, it's just sour grapes because you didn't get to do it, and the people who were who didn't go are tired of hearing about people saying, well, you'll never understand, and it's an experience you can't ever have, and it kind of gives a we're better than you vibe, and it is also tempered by people who complain about how much money they spent to do it and how they went into debt and what problems it were, when really it was a choice. It's not like they made you go do it. So
it almost reminds me, some of it almost reminds me of what happened with, like, when Avatar came out in 3D in theaters, the James Cameron Avatar, and people were lost in the fantasy world in their mind of Avatar and were, sad and depressed when they went outside.
Right, and it wasn't really like that outside. Yeah. Well, and the people who went to the Galactic Star Cruiser keep trying to recreate it. They had a convention that they were trying to do.
I get that. That makes sense.
It was called HalcyCon, and they're trying to find a way to recreate it on a cruise ship, which seems hard to me. Even if you go on the Disney cruise ship, I'm not sure you'll have great success with it. Because the problem was it was a completely immersive environment. And most cruise ships look like cruise ships. They don't look like a Star Cruiser.
Yeah, but I think that people will, the people who went will see they've had the same experiences, so they're a group who will be bonded and everything.
Sure.
It won't be for us to go. People who didn't get to experience the Galactic Cruiser wouldn't go on this cruise because it wouldn't give you the experience of the Galactic Cruiser.
Right. And then of course there's the lamenting that's going on. So people are posting aerial photographs of the dumpsters outside the Galactic Star Cruiser now, where they are tearing everything out, throwing it into dumpsters, and turning it into offices for Imagineering.
Oh my gosh, I thought that happened a long time ago.
It's still going on.
Wow.
Still going on.
Still working.
So
interesting.
But it's an interesting thing. I mean, we definitely would have enjoyed it on the level they had intended it. Especially having been LARPing since like 1986 or 87. But it is what it is. I just get annoyed when people come up and tell me how I'll never understand. And I'm like, okay, I got experiences that I've done that you'll never get to do, but I'm not rubbing your face in it.
I
Yeah.
Calm down.
It's interesting to me because we have been doing these LARPs for years and years and years, and
Yeah.
I'm not good at all the different parts of it. I have to have a character that I really, really feel something for in order to have a good time at it. And so if I don't find a character that really resonates with me, I usually end up volunteering to make the food or something else like that so that I can participate, but I don't have to try and act a character that I don't feel.
Right.
And
Yeah.
my major problem with LARPs is that I have a hard enough time with people's names in reality. If you add that I'm supposed to remember what their character name is on top of what their real name is,
Right.
I'm out.
In the case of this though, to give.
I hadn't finished.
Oh, sorry.
So when it came time for Sean and I to put on a LARP, the thing that I very much made sure happened was that the LARP was interesting for people at all levels of participation. So I made sure that there was something for you to do, even if you didn't want to participate in the LARP. If you just wanted to come and watch, you weren't given the you could just sit there and watch, I suppose, but we had things for people who didn't want to pretend to be a character to do as well as the people who did want to pretend to be a character.
Right.
Oh, see, there you go.
If you are creating a LARP, and you know, if you've done this before, you know this, but if you're creating a LARP, what you want to do is have like 3 levels of participation. Level 1
Yeah.
is I'm going to a party and checking people out in costume and talking to some interesting people playing characters. That's like the wallflower level. It's like you don't have goals, you don't want to try to accomplish anything, you just want to hang out and soak up the atmosphere. And then level 2 is you've got some things to do. You can even be an NPC if you want and kind of help people in their other quests. You can interact with people and maybe move people along within some basic guidelines and act a little bit and not have a major impact on anybody's storyline. You're just having a good time. And then the third level is you want to win the world. You like have a character and you have goals and you're going to get all this done and you're going to mess with everybody's lives. And whatever your character happens to be, you're going to be a mover and shaker in the game and affect everybody. And everybody's got different comfort levels. And I feel like the Galactic Star Cruiser could be experienced on all 3 of those levels. If you just wanted to walk through the hotel and go, man, this is like being in Star Wars, and take some cool pictures and go to the gift shop, you could do that. And then if you wanted to like talk to the characters that were around, they were all very easily identifiable. They all stood out among the crowds, even the people who were dressed in costume who were there. You know, and they were introduced to you over the course of your very short trip. It was only like 72 hours or something. And then the third one was you are contacted by the rebels and you're now a rebel spy, or you were turning in the rebel spies because you sympathize with the First Order, or you know, whatever is going on. You can manipulate the environment around you, and if you really, really, really want to get involved. But not that many people got really, 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 really involved. And I think that disappointed Disney.
Since I brought up the LARP that Sean and I hosted, I do want to make sure to credit David Milano, who was the person who wrote it for us.
Yes.
Sean and I didn't write it.
Are you talking about Jeeves and Wooster?
Yep.
Yeah. So this was based on the P.J. Wodehouse books and stories, and also the Hugh Laurie and Stephen Fry television series. And what David did is he took all of the characters and wove them into a story, and then redistributed the characters. He said, this is how, these are people you know of, these are people that you know by reputation, these are people that you know well, and these are your abilities, these are your resources. He like did all of this great, created a story with like 30 people, and then passed these characters back out and let them loose to interact. We can't even tell you how appreciative we were that David did that. It takes a lot of storytelling ability to make that happen.
He's really talented.
Yeah,
at it.
so that was great.
Yeah.
Cool. Sorry, I have a dog that's bugging me. That's stuck in the room with me. So if you see me making weird faces, because he's very needy.
Well, the dog hasn't jumped on your face yet, so you're all right.
No, not yet. It's eventually going to happen, I'm sure. But you know.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to sound like I'm too down on the Halcyon and the Galactic Star Cruiser and all that. For certain, we would have loved to have gone, and are disappointed that we didn't get to do it. I'm more disappointed with the fans who should be a little more, I don't know, welcoming about it, because I love when people get to do other things that I haven't done, but
yeah,
it's hard for me to be excited about them when they're being snarky and kind of put me down. So stop that.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Disney. And the Disney animation-inspired experience is coming to Hollywood Studios in Florida. And I don't know what this is about. Sorry.
It looks like it's kind of.
It's a show.
Well, there's Disney Junior, Mickey Clubhouse Live, which is similar to what they have at California Adventure. And so that's stuff on stage, and kids dancing. And right now, I think they have a dance party, but it used to be like a puppet show and things like that.
So yeah, they've got Off the Page, which is something they have in Disneyland as well. They have Drawn to Wonderland, Once Upon a Studio Theater, and Olaf Draws, as well as that open house area.
Right.
So
it sounds very much like what they're setting up is what they have in the place that's next to Off the Page. I don't remember what they call it. It's like the animation studio or something, where you have 4 or 5 different areas that you can do activities that involve animation.
It's very similar to what's at California Adventure, I think.
Yeah. And it's something they already had. I think they're just updating it all to new stuff. Like Wonderland instead of what it was. So a lot of this is just like, looks like they're just theming everything a little bit.
Drawn to Wonderland sounds like it's a playground experience, which Colleen and I had an experience. Where were we? Hong Kong, where they had a Wonderland maze and playground and things like that.
Yes, it was Hong Kong.
That you could do. That was kind of interesting.
Gotcha.
We did enjoy it. There were a lot of
Shanghai.
interactive stuff. And this looks like similar things, like the sort of the fake tea party and things like that.
Yeah.
Where we had fun kind of walking around on the maze. Shanghai? Okay. We had fun like walking around and taking pictures with the thing and whatnot, but we would have enjoyed it more if we were like 10, I think. Would have been pretty great. So.
Okay.
It was nice, though. It was a nice break from the things with long lines.
Yeah, exactly. And actually,
totally.
One of the things it gave you was a terrific view of the castle.
Yeah, it did.
Which was great, and so you could do that. And then Olaf Draws looks like the kind of thing that we've got, which is like the animation studio where like every half hour you draw a new character. You could spend all day in there, except they are now doing it with Olaf as your host. So
yeah. That's cool.
That's kind of interesting. Yeah, it could be cute.
All right, so why don't we go ahead and move to the Rest in Peace section? There's another Disney thing, but it's not really news. So we'll save that for the speed round if anybody's interested in talking about it.
All right.
Yeah,
Let me pop on over to there. We did lose a few people this week, unfortunately. While we're on the subject of Disney, we lost Disney legend Don Iwerks, who worked on various projection camera stuff for the Disney parks and the films. He passed away July 9th at the age of 96. He was the son, I believe, of Iwerks, who was the guy who did the heavy lifting for Walt in the animation for Mickey Mouse and things like that in the early days. It's easy to say it's all Walt Disney, but Iwerks, oh my God, he was the dude. And so Don kept working with Disney Company and worked on the multiplane camera and things like that. He contributed to 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, which is his very first film project. And then eventually he was in charge of the machine shop, camera service, and then technical engineering and manufacturing, which worked on all sorts of stuff. And we talk a lot about virtual reality these days, and we also talk about soaring over California, soaring around the world, and currently soaring over America in the Florida and the California parks. Before that, we had Circarama. Circarama was a gigantic camera array that Don Iwerks built, and it had cameras in every direction, and they would film in every direction, and they could then take these films, sync them, and screen them on a circular theater, so you had full 360-degree view with no gaps. It was amazing. And so this is where the Buzz Lightyear ride is now in Tomorrowland. And so they had 16 millimeter projectors to start, and then they upped the quotient. And America the Beautiful was the one that everybody kind of remembers, where it showed you different locations in the country. It was phenomenal, and it was groundbreaking. It was incredible, and he was the man behind it. It was nuts. And he was also one of the guys who helped all the underwater photography for 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and just it contributed a lot of stuff to your Disney experience if you're a Disney fan. So anyway, very sad to hear of his passing. But at 96, I mean, oh my gosh, how do you complain? At the age of 82, we lost Wai Ching Ho, who was an Asian actress who did Madame Gao for Marvel. She did off-Broadway stuff. She did all sorts of television and stuff. But most recently, you probably know her from, like, say, Daredevil and things like that, where she played a villain there. Iron Fist, The Defenders. And so she was in all sorts of stuff. Cadillac Man, The Sorcerer's Apprentice, which was the Nick Cage movie. Hustlers, Law and Order. Fresh Off the Boat, all sorts of things, and Only Murders in the Building. So you have seen her in recent times. So she passed away at the age of 82. Randolph Mantooth passed away at the age of 80. You will remember him largely from the television show Emergency, where he played Johnny Gage. He was the dark-haired EMT, and it was thanks to him that a lot of people went into EMT service. EMT became commonplace because at the time that Jack Webb started the Emergency show, it was not. They would go, they would pick you up, they would take you to the hospital, and they would hope they got you to the doctor in time to help you. And then with the EMT service, they started doing in-the-field medical care, and a lot of people were encouraged to enter that service because of watching Emergency as kids. He was an honorary firefighter just about everywhere, and he was a super nice guy to meet in person. He did other stuff too, Marcus Welby and the Virginian and Ironside, things like that.
Battlestar Galactica. He was on an episode of that.
Oh, was he really?
Really?
Right on.
Yep.
I didn't know
He was
that.
on Battlestar.
I don't remember. That's very cool.
Yeah, it was a planet that they thought was Earth, and it wasn't. And they had some cheesy robots in the episode that were like basically old school actors in silver makeup and cheesy outfits to be robots. Yeah.
Dave Kendall passed away. He was the host of MTV's alternative music show 120 Minutes. Back when MTV did actual music. He did that from 1986, sort of joining MTV then, and he did his show through 89 to 92. So if you were there for the early days, you might remember him.
It really makes the I Want My MTV commercials hit home that you can't watch
There's
music videos on
no
MTV
music anymore. It's crazy, and they're still producing music videos. They're just showing them on your YouTube, which is kind of nuts. Sam Neill is the big one this week. We mentioned him at the top of the show. Of course, he was in Jurassic Park. He was in The Piano. The very first thing I remember seeing him in was The Final Conflict, where he played an adult Damien from the Omen series.
Yeah.
That was back in the 1980s. I'm like, who's Sam Neill? Holy cow.
Yeah.
He was really terrific. He was in Event Horizon and stuff. Just all the tributes pouring out on the internet to him from people he worked with, Jeff Goldblum and Laura Dern and Bryce Dallas Howard and people like that who worked with him in connection with the Jurassic Park thing, unfailingly say what a terrific, kind, talented man he is. So it's nuts. And so he has been sick for a little while. He had a pretty sudden illness, and apparently pneumonia is the ultimate cause of his passing. At 78, which kind of seems a little young to me, but what can I say? Anyway, we lost some pretty big people this week, and so sad news to be sure. You can certainly watch a lot of the things that these people are in. Sam Neill, man, I mean, it's not hard. Sam Neill was in a great show that I liked that nobody else liked, which was called Alcatraz. And so the idea was in 1963 they shut down Alcatraz Island, but they didn't really. What really happened was everybody vanished, and the guys who were incarcerated in Alcatraz in the 60s kept showing up in present day, and they were given missions to do from some unseen force. Sam Neill was head of the government agency who was trying to track these guys down and capture them before they did their nefarious deeds.
I remember this show.
Do you remember this show?
Yeah,
I loved this show, and it was super cheesy sci-fi, and it was great because it was like a detective show, and it was like guys coming from the past into the future. There were like 8 things to recommend it, and it only lasted 13 seasons, and they canceled it. 13 episodes, and they canceled it with no fanfare. Which there was a while where Colleen and I spent about 6-8 years getting burned by television. We're like, oh, I really like this show called New Amsterdam that they have now canceled. I really like this show called Alcatraz, which they have now canceled.
Basically, any show with time travel in it,
right?
We like, and they cancel.
And they canceled it. Timeless is the last thing we watched, where I think it was NBC produced Timeless. It had Matt Lanter, who played Anakin in the animated series Clone Wars. Matt Lanter was in it, a bunch of other people, and they got a wrap-up movie for which they went like 2.5 seasons, and then they got a wrap-up movie. And thank goodness for NBC for being that cool to give them a wrap-up movie.
Boy, knock it off.
Malcolm Barrett was in it too, who used to be in Ted. Better Off Ted.
And
Jeff
also,
has become a dog.
Yeah, Jeff has turned into a dog, a very drooly dog. I can smell that breath, Jeff.
Yeah. Ironically, I have The Simpsons on the TV playing with no sound, and the episode that has Sam Neill in it is on.
So
now he's laying down. See, look at him, jeez.
Budala is no longer getting audio.
Oh dear.
Right, but and I see the thing that says it's from April, but I need to know where they're listening to the show because I have updated every tag for the show for tonight.
Is it on Twitch?
Okay, Strider.
Oh well, we'll wait for him to answer. And while we do, Jeff, now that Strider has gone away, do you have a speed round item you want to take?
Ready. Oh my gosh. Yeah, let me get down to it. Okay. Yeah, I thought this was neat, and we actually have it highlighted here. It was kind of helpful. I don't know about neat. It's definitely something that I did not expect to happen, but since Disney has Marvel, it makes sense, but I was shocked that they're basically moving Marvel Comics to Burbank.
That
next
was
July.
wild.
Yeah.
Usually people
Yeah.
move out of California.
New York City to, I guess, the Disney Studios. Marvel has a big presence on the Disney Studio lot. And it's funny, being on the Disney Studio lot and having been able to go to the Marvel offices and being able to go to other offices like Star Wars and things on the lot. Marvel apparently had free run of the lot, and everybody else was limited and could not go to Marvel. They're like, you can't come in here. Everything is secret. But the Marvel guys could go anywhere on the lot and had carte blanche to check things out. It's really weird. Really very strange.
Yeah. So it's surprising because that's where Marvel and Marvel Comics has been since the beginning, is New York. So yeah. Wow. That is something.
I will mention that the Earl of Sandwich has reopened at Downtown Disney in California.
So what?
They are not bringing back Sean's favorite sandwich, just in case you're curious
That's
about
why.
that.
Not yet.
And they're not bringing back the salad that I like either. So
If I want to drive to Las Vegas, I can get my Hawaiian sandwich, which has cheese and ham and barbecue sauce and pineapple, and it was
or you could drive to the
glorious.
grocery store and
was
then you
This is
could
difficult.
get it.
There we go.
Yeah, but
Buy
I
some ham and pineapple and cheese.
but I can't get that on my way into Disneyland.
Nope.
Oh man.
That was the whole point. Is like you went in, you bought a sandwich for $9. If you have a magic key, you get a discount at Earl of Sandwich. You get, chips and a sandwich, and it was basically like going to Subway before you walked into the park.
Yeah.
And it was good. It was I loved that sandwich.
Well, they do still have other sandwiches that are tasty, and if you had never had the sandwich that you love, you would have found a different sandwich to enjoy.
I am in no way encouraging people to boycott or otherwise avoid Earl of Sandwich.
Yeah.
I do like them. They do give a discount. I still eat there. I've got a couple of sandwiches that are okay. It's just when you get a favorite and you fall in love with a thing and they get rid of it, it just sucks. It's I really liked that sandwich. I had my traditions. All right.
So, Sean, two
Starter believes
things.
he's a
First
lapdog,
off,
that's my fault. Anyway.
Budala has posted the places where the problems are. And number two, which you'll have to deal with number two first, is why don't you take a speed round item?
Okay. So, George Lucas has cropped up into an interview with the rabbit's, or a rabbit's foot, I guess. And inevitably, talk turns to artificial intelligence. And George loves his technology. He likes tools. And there is no argument that AI is making filmmaking easier. You can go on Facebook and you can find where people are having Indiana Jones fight Batman. And it's Harrison Ford and it's Michael Keaton. You can recognize these actors and they're having a big knockdown, blowout battle. Not that this is a thing that would happen in real life, but it's a thing you can do with AI. And the quality of it is television quality, if not cinema quality. I mean, it's really pretty good.
Yeah.
The storytelling isn't the best. It's jumpy cuts, and it's,
Making for nasty brown water wherever that centers.
Right, whatever's going on. But so Lucas basically says that he says this. He's resisting AI is very much like sitting here saying, well, I believe the horse and buggy is really where it's at. These cars, they break down, they need gas, there's all kind of problems with them, and pretty soon they'll be making them into tanks, and then they'll be killing people with them. It's terrible. He says there's nothing you can do about it. That's progress. It's the future. And, I mean, he's pretty correct in the sense that it is the future and we're just going to keep trundling along. But the difficulty with AI right now is that we have a technology community, I guess, that basically says we shouldn't have any guidelines on these things. It's young, it's new, it's going where it's going. We have to let it go where it goes because, data wants to be free and we have to let all this happen. But and we certainly did that with the internet. We've done it with a whole bunch of other things. But the problem is that right now, people are they're not being good actors with it. They're not behaving themselves with AI. They're taking actresses and undressing them and putting them in porn scenarios without their without their approval. They are using other people's intellectual property. They are costing people their jobs. I know a lot of artists who don't have jobs anymore. Some of them who work for Marvel, by the way, who lost their jobs because AI is just good enough. And so why pay these other people to do what AI will do for them right now for free? Nobody has made any money off of AI yet. Nobody's figured out how to actually monetize it and make any serious money off of it. Yet we're building infrastructure for it. And so there needs to kind of, in my opinion, be some sort of reins on it, because we're doing a lot of things with AI that people in good faith should not be doing, people with a conscience should not be doing. And, we're getting a lot of fake political stuff. We're getting people who are faking speeches and events that happen and things, and the general populace cannot identify AI yet.
Unfortunately.
And they're looking at it and they're going off the chain, going, "Oh my God, look at what the people I hate are doing." And that's a problem. And I get George's point of view. I'm not saying that he's wrong. It is the future. It is progress. George, however, much as I love him, he's a billionaire. And his legacy is assured. He's not losing jobs. He's not losing work. It's not affecting him in any way. I mean, unless somebody wants to make a video of naked George Lucas doing terrible things, it's it's not affecting him at all.
Yeah.
And he's right. I mean, look, this is gonna make things easier in the film realm. It's gonna save a bunch of money inevitably, if these companies can keep at it until they can actually make money. Otherwise, the technology.
I look at it as like, when I was reading what George is saying, and I know people, and it's being taken whatever way, and I'm sure different ways. When I read it, and this is what I was getting out of what he was talking about, was that I'm looking at the AI as a tool, as it should be, much like special effects is a tool. Like AI, like George used to, one had said, he's like, a special effect by itself is a boring thing. AI by itself is probably also a boring thing. So it's like I look at it as like a tool, but not something to rely on.
But you have to use it for its intended thing. So there's a lot of AI that'll help you write better, but then some people are just having AI write entire books for them. Amazon right now is completely buried under kids' books and novels and things like that, where somebody went into AI and said, "Here's my story outline, create a novel for me." And they're selling it. And they did very minimal work. They didn't really write anything except the story outline. And, kids' books are, 20 pages, and the AI makes all the rhymes for them and does all the art, and these guys just put their name on it and sell it.
Yep.
And there's no editing, there's no clearance on it going, this is actually a quality book, let's put this out. It's just like, I'm going to put everything out I can in the hopes that I make money, which is a big deal. Christopher Nolan points out, the director who's about to come out with the Odyssey and did all the Batman movies. Christopher Nolan says, "I've never seen a technology that's been so successfully adopted by Wall Street and by investors that the public has so thoroughly rejected. Young people in particular coined the term AI slop, which is disdain for things AI. And if you hang out on Reddit, you see people who are like, AI slop, I'm just dismissing this. Or on Facebook. And a lot of people have just, their entire day is taken up with pointing out that something is AI, not because it's a fake thing that they're showing. Like, oh, here's a channel of funny husky things. It's just AI dog that they're creating. Fine, that's not going to harm anybody. Other people are like, oh my God, look at what your local lawmakers are doing. And it's not true. They're putting words in their mouth and they're doing stuff. So we kind of need oversight on this. And look, man, I love breaking rules, but I really feel like this needs to be reined in a little bit. And George's point of view is perfectly fine. Gareth Edwards, who made Rogue One and Jurassic World Rebirth, said that AI is a genius at helping you, but that's great. It should be helping you. It shouldn't be replacing you, and it shouldn't be a thing that, like, you now base your entire career on AI doing all the labor for you that humans used to do. And that's just my opinion. You can have a different one, but there are things that I can see AI doing really, really well. But I've also seen people who have been trying to use AI for their Wall Street stuff, and they have lost their entire savings by trying to play the stock market with AI assistance. And so they've gone from like $13,000 to $900. And, AI has to be, you can't just let it run your life for you. You've got to use it for specific tasks. So the rest of this article, which talks about other things, of course, than AI, is with a thing called A Rabbit's Foot, a-rabbitsfoot.com. And there's, it's called The Last Picture Show, a conversation with George Lucas. And, it's worth reading the entire article about it. But the AI thing is riling people up. And, I can't say that that's wrong, because I've seen bad acting with AI. More so than I've seen with any other kind of technology. Because AI is designed to fake you out. That's its whole purpose, is to fake you out. So we'll have to see what happens.
I'm not sure if that's its whole purpose, but I think that's the main purpose that a lot of people have put it to.
Well, and if you're using it to, organize your shopping list, or get your business meeting in order, or, do things like that, there are uses for it. But I see too many people who don't use those skills at all to make their life better. They're just trying to trick other people and fake other people out, or get rich quick.
I wrote this.
That's the other thing.
Yeah, I wrote this, but they didn't.
Right. I've had a couple people ask me if I would read their book on tape, and after running it through is this AI thing, I've had to send it back and go, nope, sorry.
Well, we've run out of time. So
it's 8:58.
Was there anything else on the list that I said we were going to talk about that we didn't?
Couple things.
Oh, there were, in fact.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. I guess we can save them for next week.
Okay.
Sure. Oh, two puppies.
Sure.
My
Great.
computer just.
He's a very needy dog, right? Because he's hoping for someone to come back up here, and they're not going to be up here for a while. And so, very sad dog.
All right.
Anyway.
Well, hopefully, I'm sorry for whatever technical issues you guys said you were having.
Popping,
Yeah, I'll have to go listen to the audio over on sci-fi.radio or something. Where we are sitting, I cannot hear it. And I do have noise correction over on Discord.
I can hear it, but you guys can't.
Yeah, I can't.
So I know exactly what they're talking about.
I'll have to go see what it is. If I'll see what I can do about tracking that down. But like I said, I can't hear it to do it. There is a weird thing that I cannot solve with my dumb computer that makes all that static. So any suggestions for getting rid of the weird computery static noise when I plug into the mixer?
We should use AI.
Let me know. Right. Hey, look, and that would be a perfectly if I could go in and give AI all of my technology that I use here in the studio and say, tell me the best way to hook that up, and have them give me a workflow that everything should plug into, that's perfectly acceptable use for it. That is AI as helper, not AI as replacer.
You should try it.
Right? Maybe it will. It'll go, although anything I've ever tried to have AI do for me, where someone's like, oh, you should use AI to do this, whatever I have asked it to do has been too complicated for it to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I asked to do something that was too
Yeah,
complicated.
because, and I have also had AI give me false information that I know was fake. It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
totally
so-and-so
correct,
did
yeah.
such and such. And I'm like, that's not true. I know for a fact. So, yeah, it's kind of weird. And that happens on my music show when I look up hosts, or not hosts, musicians for my music show in the morning. And they're like, oh, yeah, so-and-so did such and such with this other thing. I'm like, no, they didn't. They weren't alive at the same time.
Yeah.
All right. You guys have
What
been
do you
listening to us on sci-fi.radio, sci-fi for your Wi-Fi. We've got stuff up there 24/7. We have DJs interspersed throughout everything. You can listen to me tomorrow at 9 a.m. for Good Morning Tatooine. You can listen to Gary DeBalm at 7 p.m. Pacific Time for his 2-hour weekend show that he does. And you can tune in at 7 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday for David's Strange Transmissions, where if you like Dr. Demento, it's kind of a Dr. Demento sort of show where he plays weird and novelty stuff. So go to sci-fi.radio, look up the schedule, check that out, and see if there's anything that interests you. They're also listener supported, so if you want to throw a couple of simoleons their way, they would be grateful. Because their offices right now are right in the middle of the hot zone of our heat wave. Not good. But anyway, go check that out. Or you could be watching us on Facebook or on YouTube or Twitch. We're grateful to anybody who has been doing that. You guys have all been glorious over on the chat. Thank you so much for engaging with us. We love seeing what your guys' opinions are, so it's not just us
Very helpful.
yelling into the void. And we will be back again next week to do this all over again.
I'm calling Kaylee Crosby.
This is Jeff Donoho.
I'm Sean Obi-Shawn Crosby. As always,
May the
May the
force.
force
be with you. And thanks, Kit. We appreciate
Kit.
all y'all have done. I don't have the new credit screen ready for the video yet. I was working on it today before the show, so we're still doing the old credit screen. Oh well. And then for you guys over on the radio side of things.